Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to the Well Student Activity Center on the campus of Cathedral High School. At this time, we invite you to please rise for a prayer and then remain standing as we honor America with the singing of our national anthem. Here's Cathedral High School senior Max Beatty with tonight's prayer.
In the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, amen. Dear Lord, we begin this evening with welcoming the Warren Central Warriors and thank you for the privilege to come together in the spirit of our athletic contest. We come together tonight to celebrate the talents possessed by our students from both Warren Central and Cathedral High Schools. We humbly ask you to fill each player with strength, endurance, passion, and to do their best. Please shield all student athletes from injury and bless them and their fans with humility, zeal, and good sportsmanship. As we prepare for Advent, we dedicate this basketball game in thanksgiving for the blessings you have graciously bestowed upon us. May the prayers and worship that reside in our thankful hearts and echo from these walls also live throughout our daily lives. In your name we pray. Amen.
Thank you, Max. Very nice. Singing our national anthem, Cathedral Senior James Zach.
Activity Center on a freaky Friday night here in December as the Irish of Cathedral look to face off against this Warren Central basketball team. I'm Jake Langdon alongside my co-anchor tonight, Dave Warland. Now, Dave, what do you think are some of the keys to the game tonight for the Irish as we go through the starting lineup?
Well, Jake, I'd definitely say, knowing Warren's history, they run and they press and they get up and down the floor really quick, so I think the Irish have to make sure that they keep a fresh lineup in there throughout the night, so we're healthy from there. And I also think we need to make sure that we get back on the break and be able to not get the foul trouble.
Yeah, Warren really does play an aggressive brand of basketball, just harassing you from every inch of the court, and it forces you to make good passes, make to the starting lineup for the Irish, you will have at guard, Tayshawn Comer. At shooting guard, you have Jalen Johnson. The other shooting guard is Ryan Russell. Grant Todd will be our small forward tonight, and then the sophomore starting tonight, Mo. And then on the other side, Warren Central has John Black starting. Number 11, PJ Ray. Number 12, Malik Stanley. Number 32, Michael Clark. And number 34, Chandler Jackson starting tonight for Warren Central. As we await tip-off here, Pete Moe and Chandler Jackson here. As number 12, Malik Stanley takes the ball. Trustler takes him on there. Johnson playing tight defense up there, gets a step, and Sean Black gets a three there in the corner to open the scoring up. And real quick, right back, Trustler down the floor as he gets a shot up, and a foul there. Just got right over the top there with number 34, Chandler Jackson, picking up his first. We have Ryan Trustler on the line.
Jake, I think it started just like we said. There's a lot of movement, a lot of quick passes. Looks like the Irish are going to be running that down as well.
Yeah, last year I know it must be a staple with Coach Delaney is they just love to push the ball down the floor right after the other team scores. Just not allowing them to sit back in that defense and just really forcing the envelope there.
And I really like Ryan there. He took the ball to the basket. There's a guy bigger than him, but he leaned right into it, took it up strong, and he's getting 2 shots.
He makes the second of the 2 there. The Irish now are behind just 1-3 as Sean Black takes it up the floor. Comer taking him on full court press. As the Irish just look like they're in a little man-to-man offense or defense here. Actually, 2-3, excuse me. As a travel there, it's called on number 11, EJ Ray. Should be going the other way here. Tog to inbound it. We have a packed house here tonight. A lot of black though. Rather, a little bit more green would have been nice tonight. But the Irish cheer hard, we know that. As Malik Stanley picks up Tayshawn Comer there, black on Tressler. Jalen Johnson works into Tressler as he goes baseline, finds Tog. Tog squares up on the elbow and just off the front of the rim there as Warren looks to run right down the floor there. Black with the ball, driving to the hoop. Got some good penetration there. Left number 34 wide open, but just shoots it long as Comer will be trying to go in transition here now. Takes it to the rack, off the backboard, off the front of the rim and out. As Black will push it right back down the floor. Jackson looking for the ball, gets a good pass there, but just long, has to save it, and Black's able to make a good recovery there as Trustler had a good attempt at it. Johnson picking up EJ Ray there at the key. Just long there by Malik Stanley. As Tayshawn Comer in the cherry pick action there, and off the tip, there's Pete Moe with his first points of the night. The Irish tie it up there. Stanley down the floor now, or excuse me, EJ Ray down the floor there. Jalen Johnson taking him out. Trustler, EJ Ray back to the ball in the corner. It's a triple threat move. A push there by Jalen Johnson. No, it wasn't there. It wasn't there. By EJ Ray. That'll be a turnover. For the Warriors as Irish sitting down. They're double teaming Tayshawn there. A real dangerous player. Only a sophomore. And a little wild shot there. Had good defense. But they find Jalen Johnson in the corner. Squares up. And in and out there. And it'll be going the other way, I believe, for the Warriors.
Jake, the Irish are hitting the boards hard, though. They're really getting the rebounds and going after the ball. They don't see that Warren's blocking out real well, so maybe they get some more second shots.
Yeah, that'll be big for the Irish, especially a little bit undermatched with a few of their key players out. They're just going to need to get second chance points and just win aggressively, play aggressively in the basketball. As Black is in the corner there, gets a little pick there, gets good penetration and just chokes it there. Alligator a bit. Johnson loses it, and Malik Stanley gets a good scrap play there to get him on the line there as Jalen Johnson picked up his first foul.
And the Irish need to keep continuing to kind of talk on defense. That drive right there we had a weak side guy from the Irish didn't see the cutter, so they needed to make sure and talk, especially if they get beat on the baseline or in the center.
Yeah, Stanley just got sneaky there. Just took it right out of the hands of Johnson, where it looked like the Irish guy ran over there as Black makes that layup. As he makes the first of his 2 free throws, Stanley for the second. This Irish team is coming off a big win against the Buff last week by a last-second bucket, and there's a little reaching foul there by EJ Ray. They're really just trying to last But back to the Buff game, it was here last week, and we had a great crowd out. It came down to the wire, and Tayshawn Comer hit a shot right over the top off of his own miss, actually, as time dwindled down, and one to win it for him. As that's the last game they've played. As Todd just gets off the side of the rim there. Comer with a quick rebound. Trussler right inside, gets a good penetration. And right out of the reach of Michael Clark, as Black will pass it right across. A little careless there to Stanley. Finds EJ Ray in the corner. As he's able to go with penetration. Stanley gathers and resets the offense. It looks like we're kind of in a hybrid 2-3 here. Really playing aggressive up top, though. Not allowing a whole lot of shots. It's a little uncharacteristic of a 2-3, And that's just another turnover by the Warriors, as they've been a little careless with the ball to start this, as we still have a tied 5-5 game.
And the Irish are doing a good job putting pressure on the ball. Even though they're in that zone, they're not letting them stand and shoot threes and see the basket.
Yeah, really just forcing out the carry. He's calling it tight tonight. You can tell that's the third turnover due to ball handling, like traveling and carrying. Tall gets credited for the turnover. Here we are going the other way now with the Warriors, as Black looks to inbound it. The Irish look to be holding on just for the moment, as Trussler's picking up Stanley up there. Galen Johnson up there, number 11. And you have number 32 driving in on Pete Moe and gets a good step, but just off the side, and they call it over the back there as Moe pick up his first foul. That'll be on the baseline now for the Warriors. Doesn't really look like they know what they're doing, as they find Stanley in the corner there real quick. Just man up, just shoots it right in Trussler's face, but unable to go in. And I think Cathedral will take those shots all day. That's really what they want. They're going to 2-3. It's just for them to force those tough shots. As Pete Moe loses the handle of it, and Stanley goes right down the other side and makes a great play there. He had 2 points up. As you can just see the fight that they're putting in on. If you just watch Comer, they're really making sure he does not get the ball. The less Comer has the ball, the better. And they're double teaming him, they're harassing him, they're doing anything they can. And Galen Johnson gets a corner 3 and puts the Irish up by 1. Great shot. Stanley comes down the floor now. These teams are just quick. There's no time lost between possessions. And when they make a shot, you can put it back down. Black looks is on Comer there. Now you have Trussler manning up Stanley. Really giving him kind of an island out there, so he gets a step. And now time he gets it.
They're doing a lot of job. They're just splitting out. They're either driving in the bucket or they're going to shoot a 3. So they're just moving one way or the other.
And the tough Irish defense is really going to have to, they're going to have to give those shots to him every once in a while, because inside penetration will be the end of that 2-3 as Todd gets off the back line, but Moe's able to get an offensive rebound, and all off the front there was Trussler. As Stanley comes right down the floor, just squares up just left as the Irish will go the other way. Look to set up the offense just a little bit more. 3 minutes left in this first quarter. Pete Moe coming up to pick and roll action. Comer 3-on-1 and 1 there. What a play by Tayshawn Comer. Just slicing right through that defense off that great pick play by Pete Moe, as he'll have an and 1 opportunity here on this free throw.
Yeah, Tayshawn did a great job because he went up strong, but when the defense stepped up, he was able to move in the air and be able to draw the foul by taking the risk.
You can really see the athleticism of this kid right now. As we have the first subs tonight, Pete Moe and Ryan Trussler are subbed out. for the freshman, Jerron Tibbs, as number 34 on Warren, Chandler Jackson takes a seat for number 4, Malik Dowdle, the junior. And I believe those are your subs.
I think we're going to see a lot of subbing in and out. I just think with this kind of tempo going on, Jake, I think we're going to see a lot of fresh players coming to go. I'm sure that Warren's got a pretty deep bench, and we know the Irish have a strong bench too.
That would probably play to the Warriors' advantage tonight because of the injuries that the Irish are suffering. It also looks like Aaron Humphrey with the first rebound of the Irish, he subs in. You know, Stanley taking up the ball, taking this as Tibbs picks him up there, the freshman. Tibbs, Comer up top, blacks on Jared Frank, gets a step there, and a great shot there. You can really see them making a lot of their man-to-man dribbling, not a whole lot of assists there on offense. As quick shot by Jalen Johnson, very careless. It'll be going the other way. Careless pass, though, out of bounds, as Aaron Humphrey kind of muscled that one over the head of Malik Dowdle. As Jalen Johnson will inbound the ball here with 2 minutes left in this first period. Tibbs comes to get it. Right back to Jalen Johnson. Has a little penetration. Tries to get flashy with it and loses control as he tries to get it to Tog there in the corner. And these turnovers are really just everywhere tonight. And I think that's going to hurt either team. Second, that both aren't making as many mistakes as they are. I mean, it's limiting the scoring here, but they're really going to have to be a little bit more careful with the ball against this talented Warren team, as they're really just taking what the Irish give them on those 3 pointers. Tog comes right back down off the foul there. Number 4, Malik Dowdle picks up his first. That's a great transition play there by Tog, just unable to finish that and one opportunity.
All right, there's a nice outlet pass that Jerron Tibbs had. He got a quick rebound, saw the break, got out ahead of the defense, and calls that foul.
Right down the hole as Jalen Johnson for Ryan Trussler. Just a little sub action. Now we have Frank, Trussler, Tibbs, Tog, and Comer on for the Irish. And we got Black, Dowdle, Ray, and number 40, Aaron Humphrey as well. Number 12, Malik Stanley, I believe, for the Warriors. Tough rebound by Jared Frank there. Take it on the other way. They find Tibbs there. Two-stepper right at no dribbling. Good shot there. Great find by Trussler. Right comes in. And Tibbs able to pick up his first points of the night. And this is really the first big game for either team this year, as the Irish had I guess the Irish had a close game against the Buff last week. Oh, and a great block there by E.J. Ray as Warriors take it the other way. Stanley picks up 2 shots there as Frank gets called for the foul. And just an athletic play, you can see just the explosive athleticism.
That was a good block, but at the same time, he was kind of coming off to the side. So I know the officials are letting the teams play, but I think they're also going to call close if there's this kind of contact. So.
Back to Warren's record, they're 2-0 currently, as Stanley gets the first 1 or 2 there. Back up to Jared Frank. They had a 81-67 win against Arsenal Tech and a 90-71 win against Fort Wayne Bishop Lures. Pretty handily wins. So this is their first test this year as they look to take down the Irish. The Irish had a surprisingly large margin of victory against Indianapolis Howe for the opener, 73-51, while narrowly beating a pretty stout rebuff team, 60-57 by reference earlier broadcast, as the Warriors make both of their shots. As Tog just has to throw it up there for Tibbs, makes a play on it. quick transition, but he loses control over the Stanley. He falls Stanley. There's a fight for it as E.J. Ray's taking it down the floor. Black's going to take to the hoop. A great defense there. Clean defense by Tayshawn Comer. Just went up straight as he tries to find Pete Moe. He's been put in the hoop there to take the lead. And that was just a good play on both sides of the floor for Tayshawn Comer as he just stayed disciplined and really just put his hands straight up, not allowing the rest to be able to make that call.
Great awareness and passing for the Irish so far. We've seen the open man and we've taken right to the basket.
As the Warriors look to take the last shot of the quarter, E.J. Ray takes a step back, that's off. There's 9 seconds left as Kessler's going to pass it up to Moe, and just out of his reach. There's 5 seconds left. The Warriors get one more shot. And that's been a big theme this quarter, is just turnovers.
And I think a lot of it, just to answer you, Jake, there is a lot of jitters first quarter. Might see him calm down a little bit.
Careless foul there by Tibbs. Has 4 seconds left. That's just hurts the Irish because they just kind of a big shot here. Yeah, I agree. The turnovers just really have come from jitters, but Black just off the back iron there. That'll be the end of the first quarter. The Irish up 16-15 as we head into the second quarter here in the Welch Activity Center. As both cheerleading squads come out for a display. I just want to say the turnovers have just been crucial on both sides, just mostly due to the pace of play and the aggression that both teams play with. And there hasn't really been a whole lot of half-court offense. And as a result of them just trying to push the ball down the floor, there's just been a lot of mistakes on both sides. And I expect to see that pace of play on the rest of the game, especially with fresh subs coming in most likely in the second quarter.
Yeah, because there hasn't been a lot of turnovers that the teams put pressure on them. It's just forcing themselves a little bit, making quick passes or tough passes that the teammates aren't ready for.
As the Irish come out for this second quarter, up 1 point, and surprisingly a really close game here.
It's nice to see the Irish student bodies. Got a big full student body of Irish here, and we've got some fans here for visitors, but pretty spirited. Nice to see hopefully they're here to cheer and they go home and get ready for the weekend.
Yeah, with an upset tonight, the Irish would probably expect to see more people out coming to these games, especially as we hit into that second
space right there.
Kessler to inbound in now. We got Johnson to Moe. Tough shot on number 32 there. It's a battle for the ball, and Stanley's able to pick that one up. As he comes down the floor, Tibbs picks him up. Slowed it down a little bit. First time we've seen that. Pass it across to Black, who's been on the floor a lot tonight. All the way across to E.J. Ray. Black all the way to the corner there, just playing a little motion, and he gets some space, takes his 3 off the front of the iron. Moe tips it and gets it to Stanley. A blocking foul there by Johnson as he was able to set his feet, and that'll be 2 shots there for Malik Stanley, the junior.
Yeah, he just leaned a little bit on him, and when he went up for the shot, he just got under him enough that the official made that call.
Yeah, Stanley's done a really good job of getting penetration, and you can see that Warren is really just trying to spread out this Irish defense, open up that 2 feet, and then just attack right in the heart of it. And a lot of that has just come off just good players in the back. These Warren players are more than capable of making a move on the Irish and getting to the rack as he makes his first one to tie it up. We're looking for a second shot now in this early second quarter. And it's good, right down the center. As Kessler gets the ball real quick, as E.J. Roach lets it go. Dowdle picks him up right there. Moe stands right at the top of the team to get the ball. Pass to Comer. Comer floats it to Moe, who's the tallest one out there, and he gets stuffed by E.J. Ray as Black is moving down the floor. We have number 4, Dowdle, off the side of the rim, just barely missing. As Tayshawn Comer's going to take it right back down the floor as Black picks him up. Finds Togg, who finds Tibbs, and that'll be a 3-pointer for Tibbs as he goes straight up right down the floor. They're behind the back, and he just loses it, and off the back of the backboard. That'll be a turnover. As now we have a sub coming in. Number 21, first time we've seen him tonight, Travis Upshaw, subbing in for number 11, Jay Red. I believe that'll be the first time he's coming outside. Travis Upshaw is, he's a senior, he's 6'2". His number picks up black. In the half court. How do you think the Irish will use Mo to their advantage here? Because he's really got the height advantage on a lot of them.
Yeah, but the new guys are very athletic, so when he goes up, they're doing a good job of getting the hand up. So he needs to use his fakes and draw some fouls that way.
And question is, I'm looking to see who he's getting it on. I believe he's going to call a timeout. And I don't believe he had a clear possession there. That's a little bit of a questionable. I don't know how they allowed him to get that off his corner when he was fighting for the ball.
Right, it did look loose, but for some reason, the official must have saw it. He's calling the timeout on Cathedral, I think.
Well, if it's on Cathedral, it'll be Cathedral ball.
Right.
I believe there was on Warren. They'll get the ball
good.
out of there. As I said earlier, you just saw a great display of defense again. As Tayshawn Comer just stood there in the middle and just able to play disciplined ball and not allow the defender to get a clean shot as well as just avoiding the foul. And that's really great to see the versatility of our star players just being able to play such great offense, but as well just play disciplined defense on every part of that court. As it looks like Warren will be inbounding it here after that 30-second timeout. For Warren, we have Stanley, Dowdle, Blake Dowdle, number 3, DJ Black is still on. We have number 32, Michael Clark, and number 21, Travis Upshaw. And for the Irish, you still have Tibbs on. You have Trussler, number 12, Tayshawn Comer, number 30, Pete Moe, and number 3, Grant Todd on the floor currently. That's Black makes a move on. Now he's on Todd. He gets a good step, gets some penetration, but resets it back at half. That's really been where their offense has come from tonight. Just dribble moves and just dribble drives, and just passing it off. And it just really opens that Irish defense up as they collapse there. Finds Dowdle in the corner and just out, but a foul there by Todd on Upshaw, as Upshaw had good positioning there. And that'll be two shots. No, that'll be 2 shots for Upshaw. Yep.
And the Irish just need to make contact on those rebounds, because right now I can see that Warren's attacking the boards hard, especially on those 3-point shots when they drive, kick it out. They're just crashing the boards. And I think the Irish, if they block out well, they'll get a foul over the back.
Yeah, the Irish have really just been playing really collapsing when they drive in there. That's what's been so critical for Warren. That 2-3 kind of collapses in on itself when you get penetration, and then they dish it out to that corner, and it really spreads it out. And by the time he shoots it, there's nobody inside, and they just keep those 2 big men in there. It seems like Upshaw and number 32. Michael Clark, and they just kind of pick rebounds off, little offensive rebounds, and get points out of them. As Trussler gets a little towel here to wipe down some sweat. The referee being a little assistance for us. As Upshaw looks to make the second of his 2 free throws.
It's been a good game, close-wise. It's only been up 2-3 points either way. Both teams aggressive, and you can tell it's 2 undefeated teams going for a.
And the second one's good for Upshaw. This corner gets a good pass. Dowdle's on top of him. So working down the floor, they're really trying to wear him down. Oh, great move there, and picks up a foul just off the side of the iron. He'll have 2 shots there. It's Dowdle, a little lean there by him. Great play by Comer.
Yeah, Tayshawn's just got a quick enough move that when they go right at him, he can go around them. They stay off of it, and he can take a shot or pass it off. So he's whenever he's got the ball, he's just got that 3-point stance, looking to pass, shoot, or drive.
Tayshawn Comer's good on his first one as Chandler Jackson subs in for Dowdle. So we have Homer for their second shot here as the Irish look to extend their lead. Warren's currently in the bonus after the sixth foul by the Irish, with Warren picking up 5 of their own, so they're 1 outside the bonus. As Black gets a little drive in there, finds number 34 in the corner, and that's just long. As Tressler will try to push it, but Upshaw's there to stop the advancement. Now Comer has the ball, Black right on top of him as Warren falls into a man-to-man, I believe. Pete Moe getting triple teamed and just off too strong as Chandler Jackson looks to get it to Stanley. Tibbs, that'll be an offensive foul there, a moving screen by number 32, Michael Clark, as that'll be a big turnover.
John Tibbs is a freshman. He's in the plays. I mean, he's scoring. He's playing good defense. He played a smart defensive play there.
And timeout there by the Irish. Tibbs really contributed off the bench here, with a few points. He had a 3 earlier, a quick 2. I think he's got 5 or 7 points. And he's really just been solid, especially coming, third game here in this Irish uniform. I mean, last year we had Tayshawn Comer, who obviously is one of our better players this year, come in and starts a freshman. And Ron Tibbs making a good contribution as a freshman, which is all you can ask out of anyone coming in here, especially in this great program that Jason Delaney's built over these last few years.
Oh yeah, they've played a lot of confidence, and really, a lot of people don't realize, but even Peter Moe's only a sophomore. So I mean, he's in a lot of the plays, and he's posting up a lot, good boards. But we can play with the young team. The Irish are younger than the Warren team right now.
Yeah, the Warren team has mostly just juniors and seniors, besides Chandler Jackson and Aaron Humphrey. We're looking at mostly just juniors and seniors out here for this Warren team. They won state 2 years ago, and they had a good run at it last year, so they've definitely had a lot of success as of late. As the Irish pick up a quick 2. Comer gets beat off the dribble, Black's a little out of control, gets the ball back, finds Upshot who cuts right through, but Comer gets a great hands there by Comer as he'll be going the other way to the Irish, off of Upshaw's knee. Now we have E.J. Ray coming back in for number 21 Upshaw. Ray took a little bit of a 4-minute break there at the start of this quarter, so he'll be fresh. Is run out of time there. Quick pass there to Tressler as Stanley picks him up. Following this man-to-man defense. Little tip there, and that'll be staying here for Cathedral. Good tip hands by Chandler Jackson. Comer's hasn't sat a minute. It seems like we really just have to rely on these starters to be successful for us tonight. This Tressler has to go all the way back to the other side to get the inbound pass. Yeah, the Warriors have done a good job of denying passes tonight. You can tell, there's just some Chandler and Black here, really just face guarding these Irish guards, not allowing them to get easy passes anywhere on the floor, especially patiently. As Moe's just a little strong there. As Tressler and Hall get that corner, they almost got a trap in. As Chandler Jackson's going to get a quick 2 there. Just to fall back to keep that lead a little bit for the Irish. A pick set by Pete Moe as he tries to roll off it. They get a double team off of that. Tibbs in the corner, Tog across the Tressler, tries to get a little dribble move in there, and that's a reaching foul by Stanley. You definitely can tell that this Warren team is well coached and play really disciplined, sound defense, and it's been shown tonight as the Irish are actually in bonus now, as that'll be the 6th foul for Warren tonight, as we'll have a 1-on-1 opportunity for Ryan Tressler. He misses that one, but Tibbs and that'll be a jump ball there as Tibbs fights for it. Good fight there as number 32, Michael Clark, had hands on it. Pete Moe comes out now for Harrison Fagg, the first appearance for him tonight. as the Irish have Togg, Comer, Trussler, Tibbs, and Fag on the floor. As it looks like number 40, Aaron Humphreys looking to check in for the Warriors late in the second quarter. Good move by Jackson there, but he loses it, and he touches it, and then he goes the other way. Good play there by Tibbs, good positioning. As number 32 is coming out now. Michael Clark's coming out for Humphrey tonight. As Grant Togg has nowhere to go except to throw it off the behind of the defender as a timeout by Delaney just to save that Irish team from turning it over. And a heads-up play by Togg is the Irish have struggled all night with getting those inbound passes in, and
right.
just a quick play there to save it from being a turnover.
And that's why I think Coach Delaney was telling the other players to move. They were standing around a little bit, and they were overplaying the passing lane. So Grant did do a good job. He didn't want a 5-second count, but at the same time, that's a little chancy when you start throwing it off somebody because
you can tell
it's a loose ball.
They're in trouble there. Yeah, I think Coach Delaney should look to free up one of his guards by either pick and rolls or just having plays set up where they're cutting across just to get openings, because it's been so hard for them just to get those quick inbounds. And if they set up a ball screen or something like that, just to allow Tayshawn or Ryan Trusted to get some room, I think it'd make it a little bit easier on Grant Togg, as he's just been fighting all game to just get good inbound passes. As he'll take it on the baseline now. Harrison Fag with a good fight to get the ball there as Tibbs drives it in. Harrison off, and a good tip there, off the miss by Harrison Fag for Grant Togg. He picks up a few points.
Perfect timing. Grant just timed it perfect, just touched it in.
Good athleticism by him there. As we have Ray. Oh, great play. Oh, he just misses it, and he picks up a foul in frustration there, as Stanley had a great backdoor cut, and all he had to do was put it in over Comer, and he was unable to. And that would be going the other way. Now we have bonus for Tayshawn Comer. That was a really good cut there by Stanley. It was unfortunate. He just choked it, and then right after he missed it, he got frustrated and took it out on Comer, which is not what you want to do in a game this close, especially to that caliber of player. As he takes a seat there, as Dowdle comes back in, and Comer makes the first of his one-and-one opportunity. And as we await the second shot, the Irish are now up 5 late in this second quarter. Mr. Willer, what do you believe the Irish are doing that's really been successful in? What have kind of been the keys to their success?
Well, I think with their scoring, they've been able to take it hard to the basket, and they've been able to force Warren to come out and play him, and they've been getting around, and they're setting good picks to get people open inside.
Yeah, I really believe they've had most of their points. I mean, I think they want this game a little bit closer, a little bit lower scoring, and they've scored most of their points in the inside there with Tayshawn or Grant Togg. It's a careless pass by Humphrey, picked up by Tibbs. He'll take it right down the middle, finds Togg in the corner over triple threat action, and he'll just reset it as Humphrey's right on top of him. Togg calling for a pick by Harrison, as Harrison tries to roll. Togg takes it to the right side of the lane, finds Trussler on the other side. Tibbs in the corner across to Togg, and Togg pulls up there, and just long. Harrison unable to corral that, as Black's going to take it the other way. A little double team by Trussler and Tibbs as they try to stop the fast break there. They reset here. Black has the ball up top. There's a little ball screen there. Gets a step. Finds and Harrison Fag with a pretty good block there, but just enough body as number 32, Michael Clark, just got his hand up there and able to mark his contact for the ref to blow his whistle.
Yeah, one does a good job of penetrate. If you double up, they find the open man. Case in point right there. That's probably the third time in the last 5 minutes they've been able to find somebody open inside.
Yeah, this game is really coming down to free throws, which is that's another miss there by Michael Clark on the first one. It's really come down to free throws and fast breaks. I mean, penetration. There hasn't been a whole lot of three-point shooting by either team, and that's going to be the key to the game. It seems like whoever can get more points in the paint and whoever can pick up more rebounds is going to end up most likely having a margin here. As Todd might get trapped here in the corner if he's not careful. Finds Stressler, who cuts right across. Tibbs resets it up to Todd as Tayshaun Comer gets the ball back in his hands. Comer kind of calling the offense a little bit, trying to dribble all the way through, goes baseline, finds Todd, who's going to take it right in there, a little short jumper, but that's too short, as Dowder's going to run right down the floor and just gets a quick two there, really athletic play, but a short 5'9" guy. Is now, it looks like the Irish will hold for the last shot with 30 seconds here, up 27-23. Oh, Comer just takes it right in to really the whole defense, but unable to make a move. But he resets it with 19 seconds left. Now we have Tressler, pass it past the Tog. Probably going to look to get it back to Comer, I guess. 8 seconds left. And a carry there. Didn't see passes first goal. That'll be second one for Tog. As they're subbing Stanley here to hopefully get a shot for 6-7. He's going for Michael Clark. As we got to give it a second. 7 seconds left in this second quarter. As the Irish are playing a real tough game. And both teams are making this. The Irish just don't want to foul here. I think that'll cost them a lot here because it's just I'd way rather give up a bad shot and allow this than to get in the line. It's a step back there by Black, and I believe that was a two, and that'll be a good momentum shift for New Orleans as they head down to the Irish. Good effort by both sides here in this first half in this Welch Activity Center. I'm Jake Langdon alongside Dave Worland here for this Friday night showdown between the Warren Central Warriors and the Cathedral Irish. We will see you in the second half.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Cathedral High School tennis team under the direction of Miss C.
we're back here in the second half here in the Welch Activity Center for a Friday night showdown between the Warren Central Warriors and the Cathedral Fighting Irish, as the Irish up by 2 points here after that competitive first half, 27-25. What do you really think will be the difference here tonight, Mr. Warland?
Well, I think as both teams come out aggressive, I think this second half, and kind of get the tempo and get the flow going their way, I think they'll have the advantage, because I think right now it's been a close game. The whole first half's 2-point game at halftime. And I think if one of the teams start to get a run, nobody's had a real strong run yet. I think somebody gets up 6-7 points at some point in time, it'll be hard to catch them.
Yeah, the momentum shifts are huge, especially in this high school basketball. And this, you have a packed house tonight. The crowd will really get into it. They haven't really had a shot to really get cheering and get up because of how the momentum has stayed really just flat the whole half.
Exactly.
We're having a little trouble with the clock here, so looks like they're resetting it now, and we're going to be good here in just a second. As we start out the second half here with the two undefeated teams, Warren Central and Cathedral Fighting Irish, going against each other. Tayshawn Comer to inbound it here, as he had a good first half. Finds Togg, right back to Comer. That's an innovative way to get back to him. As Black takes him on, and malfunction on the clock there again, as we're having a little trouble, technical difficulties.
Yeah, it's mostly with the actual clock. It's on stuck on 8 minutes, and they had a little trouble getting it from 15 to 8, so they got it to 8 now. It's just had a little trouble triggered. A
little advantage here for Warren is they've been playing good defense here on these inbound passes, so forcing Cathedral to get back in one of these situations, it's unfortunate for them. But they'll be all right. There's 7:55 put on the clock. They find Togg, who gets a handle of it, and Comer's coming right down the floor. Black picks him up, as you have Black. For Warren, you got Sean Black on the floor as he comes down the floor. On Comer, plays tough defense, as right up through the hands of E.J. Ray, and out of bounds there off of Michael Clark. So for Warren, you have, starting the second half, you have Michael Clark, E.J. Ray, Malik Stanley, Sean Black, and number 34, the sophomore, Chandler Jackson. For Cathedral, as well as, I already said that. For Cathedral, you have Grant Togg, Peter Moe, as he gets the inbound, or the entry pass there. Tayshawn Comer, and that'll stay over here for the Irish, as well as Jalen Johnson and Ryan Trustler coming out for the first half, or for the second half. As early in this third quarter, no scoring yet. Tough inbound pass there. Great play there by Moe, just using his size to his advantage, which he hasn't had a whole lot of success tonight doing. As Grant finds another quick pass there. Black coming down the floor now. Picked up by Comer. Little double pick there, but in and out by Stanley. As they're just trying to find some scoring, it seems like, and just the miscommunication as Tayshawn Comer and Grant Togg just get tangled up there and lose track of the ball. Yeah, Warren really hasn't had a whole lot of success on the outside. They've had a few quick shots early, but neither team has really had a whole lot of success at the three-point line. So it looked like Warren was trying to get a quick one there to get some momentum, maybe just trying to open up this Cathedral defense. Good movement there by E.J. Ray, cuts right in, off the back of the side of the iron, just a little too strong. As Jalen Johnson finds Tressler, tries to set a screen, as Moe's asking for the ball down low. It looks like he'll try to get an entry pass in, but a double team is coming there. But weak side, Togg has a shot, but just off the side of the rim. As Stanley will try to push the envelope, and that'll be a foul on Tressler, a little touch foul there. They'll go baseline here for an inbound pass.
Yeah, Ryan just had his hands on him. He had good position. He stayed with him as he dribbled, but he had his hands on him. That was a quick foul.
Yeah, my old coach always used to say, play defense with your legs, not with your arms. And he was there. He just used his arms too much, and the refs will get you every time for that. As Stanley tries to work on Tressler. Grant Togg with a quick rebound as he tries to find Comer. There he does. And Comer with a spin move, just quick, and they'll call it blocking on the floor there as Comer would have a quick 2 easily there. Kind of to the advantage of Warren, really, that call was. As Grant Togg will be taking an inbound pass again. Togg has really done a great job of just dishing the ball out tonight. I mean, it's been a big responsibility. And announcer Jinx there, I guess, as he's had the responsibility. Quick hands there by. They're calling a jump ball there. Quick hands by Ryan Tressler as he was able to get his hands on that ball to prevent the shot. It should have been a quick 2 for the Warriors as Michael Clark takes the inbound pass across to E.J. Ray. Cuts right through over the top of Jalen Johnson, and that's the first points of the half. It's the reset. Yeah, Togg has had the responsibility of getting these inbound passes, as you can tell that this Warren's fallen into this full court press, and that's a foul there. Unnecessary, just kind of undisciplined play there by E.J. Ray as he just reached in over to the opposite side as he shows his frustration a little bit. Togg has had the responsibility of having to get those inbound passes in this whole game against this Warren team. As Tayshaun tries to go over the top, but unable to really get a clean shot up as Black finds Stanley in the corner, hits it off the side of the iron, but the short man Black is able to get his rebound. As he finds Michael Clark, cuts right in there, and the penetration was too much for Cathedral. Comer just takes it right back down the floor. That pace of play has really been helping Cathedral tonight, I believe, as Jalen Johnson gets on it, and he'll call a timeout, I believe. No.
I think it was a jump ball. They called a jump ball, and the arrow was going to the Irish.
That's a quick jump ball.
Yep.
The Irish will retain possession. That arrow will stay with them, actually. And now Pete Moe gets the entry pass. He gets double teamed, but a quick foul there by Chandler Jackson. He had positioning there. He just had to keep his hands up and really just not allow Pete Moe to get that first dribble in and go right at him. He just got anxious and put his hands down. And if you're going to do that, you have to have proper hand placement and be quick and smart. And he just aggressively put his hands down, and Pete Moe was able to take advantage. He has 2 shots.
And Warren's doing a good job. When Pete Moe gets it, there's 2 guys on it. So when Pete drives to the basket, they're reaching and they're grabbing, they're trying to knock it loose. So defense is good, but Pete's throwing some fouls.
You can tell that as he hits both, with the miscommunication there is Dowdle's going to sub in now for Humphrey after picking up that foul. They'll be going the other way after Pete Moe hit both shots. The Irish are up now too. Pete Moe is a big key for the Irish tonight. This Warren team, uncharacteristically, is really lacking height. I mean, tallest guy I see here is 6'5", as Chandler Jackson and Aaron Humphrey are both 6'5", while Pete Moe stands at 6'8". So he's really, as the ref gets in the way there of Black, he's really an advantage to Cathedral, as Tayshaun picks the pocket of Black there, and a highly contested layup, unable to get it down. Good defense by Black, as Dowell will rack that. The double team, and great play. Unable to get on, as Tayshaun Comer shows a little frustration. Great defense there by the Irish, just one step away from Comer getting that steal and putting a quick bucket in. As now they're coming down this full court press, is just kind of playing reciprocal with Warren, just giving right what they're giving back,
I think you're right. I think they're trying to get Warren a little bit out of their flow and their offense here a little bit, putting a little pressure on them, causing them to pass the ball more and not just have one guy bring the ball up. Yeah,
there really hasn't been a whole lot of half-court success by either team, at least without the penetration through dribble drives. So it's really been a transition, and that's why this game is so low scoring, because there hasn't been a whole lot of big shots, or there is a block there by Todd. There hasn't been a whole lot of three-point shooting or or really just well-organized possessions where it looks like the offense are really flowing, which has really cost both teams a lot of points as they've really just relied on fast breaks and aggression to get all their points. As Hogg looks to inbound the ball, or no, Tayshawn's inbounding it down. As Delaney's calling plays there from the sideline, gets down on the knee. Tayshawn coming to tries to get to Tressler, who is most likely he's finding Mo there in the middle, number 30. Makes a quick move, great move there, and an and one there. A little jab there by Michael Clark, and that'll be 2 shots, or just 1 shot here to Pete Mo. And just another great play. We saw that the same move earlier where he just faked outside and just came right inside there and then used his size and boxed out the defender to put it right underneath the rim. And the defender just, Clark just wasn't having it and just came with the hands. As you see, a common theme tonight for Garrett Weingart, the coach, whenever there's an unnecessary foul there by Warren, they sit him.
Right.
And Humphrey comes in as Michael Clark makes a mistake. Black now coming down the floor as the Irish take a 3-point lead in the middle of this, halfway point of this third quarter. As that'll be a blocking foul on, it looked like he had his feet set, but the ref disagreed, as that'll be a blocking foul on Tressler. That'll be underneath here for the Warriors.
I think he thought maybe Ryan was leaning in a little bit, but it was a close call. It could have went either way.
As Tibbs and the White comes in, the freshman making a big impact tonight. As Humphrey has the ball, pass it back to Black as he finds that's Stanley on Jalen Johnson's there, but gets a step on Jalen Johnson. Oh, and a good athletic play there by Grant Tolliver, but he gets called for the foul as he just came. It was more of a body foul there. It was more of a body check than it was a clean swat on the ball, but the body check was where the foul came from.
Right, he definitely had a contact there, and the block was really nice, but he fouled him right before that.
And that's really been most of the production has been coming from free throws and just these inside shots on both squads, and we're getting used to seeing it. It's kind of slowing the game down a little bit, though. It's allowing these teams to get in their presses and have a little bit more energy, though, as this low-scoring affair, 34-30, I'd be surprised to see this game get above 50 points. As Tayshawn Comer tries to work on Dowell, Johnson gets a quick move on Black, and Comer get the ball back as he works it up the floor. That full-court press has had varying success, and the ref very emphatic calling a foul there on Dowdle on that dribble drive, and they'll have a they'll have it on the sideline here for an inbound pass. That's the 5th foul by Warren. They'll be 2 away from the bonus. Excuse me. Tayshawn Homer looking to get the inbound pass here from Grant Togg as he finds Pete Mo, but unable to corral that. That was just like a 5-yard slant there, just 3-yard slant, just trying to get his hands on it, but couldn't control it as Togg threw that in like a bullet. Now you have Stanley working on Jalen Johnson, gets a step off the pick as Comer, great defense, but Stanley just got right around him. He was so athletic, it just contorted his body. And careless pass by Tibbs. Oh, but Comer with this. Oh, I think they're going to call goaltending. Travel there on Tibbs. And then they go on the other way right after that athletic play by Comer, saving Stanley as he's retying his shoe from getting a quick bucket right off of the turnover. And Stanley really with an athletic play there, just that play before, just contorting his body around Tayshawn Comer, but Comer got him back there as the battle of the 12s continued. E.J. Ray looking at the down pass it. As the refs are trying to get this game under control, I think they kind of sense the emotion in the air. It's this 1-point game, it's been really tight. Great performance by both squads, just tough defense, As Cathedral, they're sticking to this tight man-to-man defense where there's really not allowing the Warren offense any room to get anything. And, you see they really had to make all the production from dribble drive. I really think Delaney would rather beat him on the inside than the outside, Like, that's really plays like that. And questionable call there, as I believe that was on Tayshawn Comer. I thought he stuck with him the whole time, and they called a hand. I think they had some hand contact there, reaching.
It was kind of a late call too, Jake. It was one of those that if you don't call it right away.
Yeah, and Cathedral's already halfway down the court before they even blew the whistle. As he throws it up for Black, Stanley does, and Black takes it right inside, and that's a charge there. The freshman Tibbs gets it going the other way. It's a much-needed change of pace for the Irish, as they had, I think it was like 3 or 4 straight shots for Warren after that athletic play by Stanley. And Tibbs has to come all the way back to get that, as it comes right back to Tog. He's going to take it up on EJ Ray. Comer now has the ball. A little pick and roll action, but he just decides to take it by himself. And Stanley picks up a foul on Comer. As I believe that would be on the floor. Yeah, the ref's calling on the floor there. He was one step away from getting that shot up. But we're in the bonus, so that'll be a one-on-one opportunity for Comer with 2 minutes left in the third quarter.
And if the Irish can hit their free throws, we got almost 2 minutes here in the third quarter to end the bonus. They get 10 minutes the rest of this game shooting the least bonus. So if they hit their free throws, that's going to be an advantage for the Irish.
So I'm Jake Langdon alongside Mr. Dave Warland here tonight in the Welch Activity Center. We'd like to thank you guys for tuning in and for watching CHS Live, and just a reminder to put your reminder on and subscribe to get notifications when our next broadcast, as Tayshawn Comer goes up for a one-on-one opportunity. We have a packed house tonight, as Comer is just right down the middle with that first one. Sure thing. It kind of seems like a split crowd tonight, if I had to guess. A lot of black, a lot of green. Both teams really showing out. I mean, this Warren team's looking to make a good run in the tournament, as well as this Cathedral team. Cathedral team isn't quite at full strength yet, with people like Vincent Brady and Camden Jordan and Jackson Edwards out currently. When they're at full health in January, it looks like they'll be in a lot better shape, because that'll be an offensive foul. That's the second one of the night on the moving screen there by Aaron Humphrey. He'll be going the other way. Comer draw foul. That'll be the 8th on Warren, as they'll be 2 away from the double bonus. You can see here they're really trying to double team. It's a tough pass, but Tibbs able to recover, and that'll put the Irish in an advantage, and that'll be a block as off of the foul. Great talk there to make that, but it doesn't count, and that'll be 2 shots there, or 1 and 1, I believe, for Jalen Johnson after the block call on Warren. Jalen Johnson looking to get good playing time this year after a minimal role as a sophomore, but as to be expected on this well-rounded Cathedral team as he nails that first one. The Irish really just holding on to this lead. There hasn't been a whole lot on either side that has caused a lot of momentum shifts or anything, but both teams are just playing such tough ball. This full court press and just wearing each other out and forcing each other to hit their free throws into, as Ray gets a good step there and makes it over top of Tibbs after getting a step on Jalen Johnson. It really just comes down to these dribble drives, and as we haven't seen a 3 since the first quarter, the free throws and the driving has been the key to the game for both teams. So they're really playing a similar brand of basketball. I think it's playing to the benefit of Cathedral, because they aren't quite as athletic or talented at the moment as this Warren team. So their ability to kind of keep this game to a low scoring and not allow a whole lot of three-point shooting, I think is helping them out. And as we have 56 seconds here in this third quarter. I think Delaney will look to continue to as a bad pass by Hogg, and he looks for a call as Upshaw, who came in there after 7 since the second quarter. And Tayshawn just comes right back down and puts it back in, and that's not what you want to see if you're winning. You know, they're trying to make every bucket hard. And same thing, just Mo picks it up. He's going to be moving it down the floor now. 30 seconds left in this third quarter, and I think they're going to reset it. Just get a little breathe. They might hold it for the last shot here. I wouldn't be surprised if they did. But Tayshawn Thunder here over to Tibbs. Right back to him with 15 seconds left. We can see if he can work something on Sean Black here. As the crowd makes a little noise as he makes a big move. With 6 seconds left, and they're calling a defensive foul, and that'll be 2 free throws. If Coach Delaney's talking over to Tom, I don't know exactly what about, but he's concerned with something. As I believe it's a double bonus now with 5 seconds left. He hasn't had any trouble either way, so I don't think it'll matter for him.
Well, the Irish have been hitting their free throws, so if they keep the confidence up, they'll definitely have an advantage going into this fourth quarter.
You can see the practice and how. Oh, and then another announcer jinx by both of us. And as Stanley comes in, we hopefully get a quick shot as Upshaw comes out. The Irish have really been good this quarter with their free throws, and that's really what this quarter's been about. You know, I mean, we've seen more points from the line from either side than anything, and that just comes down to practice and just having that motion down. And I think Tayshawn said at least 8 free throws as they find Ray in the corner. Togg tries to get on it, and that'll be the end of the quarter there. Good shot there by Ray. Good opportunity there to get a quick three. But now the Irish are up 41-37 going into this fourth quarter. We're looking to have a real thriller tonight with this finish on Friday the 13th.
Oh, exactly. And I think both teams are really, I can just tell the energy. And even Pete Moe, I noticed Pete really is getting aggressive. He got that three-point play a little earlier. And we need someone like that that's going to be able to have some presence inside. Because if we can get the possession, get it to him inside, Pete does a good job taking hold, and he can kick it out. If we get that going, it's going to open up some more guys from the Irish.
Yeah, the problem really with they haven't really forced it down there as much as you would expect after he had a few big plays. Just because of the pace of play, you kind of see that in NBA and college too, where the pace of play is kind of just worked, just disallowed centers from being a big part of successful teams, because the team, you've seen it tonight, they're running up and down and up and down and up and down, and you really need a well-conditioned and really athletic big man to be able to do that. So Mo has really hung in there, but he hasn't had as big of an impact as I think Coach Delaney would like because of the pace of play. And I think that could be a big difference here in this fourth period, as the Irish just look to keep this game as low scoring as possible. Just getting those inside buckets and getting those transition plays as well as getting those free throws. I think Coach Delaney's going to want to see a similar brand of basketball they've been playing. If they play the same brand of basketball they've been playing, I think the Irish will come out with this one.
Right. And I think it's important, Jake, to remember too, this is only the third game for both teams, so it's still early in the season. So they're still trying to get their feet under themselves and getting the flow going. So both teams are trying to, and it's fourth quarter, so they've been at it for 3 quarters. I think this will be an exciting fourth quarter.
Yeah, I think both teams are still trying to figure out exactly what lineup they want. We've seen I think at least 7 or 8 or 9 players coming from one side. Either side's a little bit smaller group. We've seen minutes from about 6-7 guys. As we tip off, Black has the ball here to tip off this fourth quarter. It's really been an interesting game by both sides. As Black has the ball on the corner there, finds Stanley, who gets a step on Tibbs, works it inside, and a great play by Stanley. He's really been successful tonight off the ball on Jalen Johnson or Tibbs. Either one of them just making quick moves. You can tell Coach Delaney's been telling them not allowed at threes and playing really tight on, but Stanley's been able to take advantage of this. As Pete Moe's trying to get the ball down here, you can tell, but unsuccessful in doing it. As Comer tries to take it himself, he's a little inaccurate there off to the right. As Trussell's going to take Black on, and that'll be an and one for Black, and that's a big play there. That'll put, with a conversion here, that'll put Warren within 1 point. And a quick few plays there by Warren to shrink this lead by the Irish as Jalen Johnson comes out now for Grant Hogg. Excuse me for Ryan Trussell.
That's 4th foul on Ryan too, so he's going to have to watch himself back in there. But I know Coach Delaney wanted to play aggressive. He can't play halfway. He's going to have to play good ball.
That's the thing about these kind of games where you're just playing so physical and everything's on the inside. There's going to be a lot of fouls. I mean, as you've seen, the Irish are in double bonus here at the start of the 4th quarter. So you're likely to see this game be slowed down a little bit by all the fouls, and as Warren gets the ball back after that miss on the N1 conversion, you're looking to see a little bit more careful play, as that'll be a charge on Black, going the other way, an offensive foul. So Warren's going to be in trouble there with those 10 fouls. I mean, Cathedral is only 1 away from the bonus, but we have 7 minutes left in this game. I mean, that's a lot of time for a lot of free throws, especially towards the end of the game when they start picking them up. As long as Cathedral can continue this high free throw percentage they're shooting with, that should be a big advantage. They should really be looking to draw fouls as much as they can. As Togg just has to lob it up, and that'll be a foul. That'll be 2 shots there for Tibbs. As Stanley, a little frustrated there by the call by the refs, as Tibbs gets pushed over by him. When it was almost like a fade. It was like another quarterback play by Togg, as he's been facilitating all of those inbound passes tonight. It's really been a tough job. As we have 2 shots here now in double bonus with 7 minutes left for Tibbs, Jerron Tibbs, the freshman. And pretty shot there.
Didn't seem to bother him a bit. He just stepped right up and put it in.
Yeah, I mean, that's really what it comes down to. That free throw is just practice. And that's one of those things you've seen the difference between Warren and Cleveland has been those free throw percentage. As Black's going to take it back down to 4 now. As Humphrey tries, looks like he might be setting a pick there. Moe's on Black now, and Moe's able to stay in front of him as Dowdle has the ball, passes it over to Stanley. Moe's on Stanley. They're going to try to get an ISO situation here, is my guess, on top of Moe. And Stanley just takes it and makes it. And that's a great decision there by Stanley. They really just take advantage of the mismatch and just take advantage of the size. Like I said, how Moe has kind of been not as effective as they needed him to be because of the fact of the pace of play. As Tayshawn Comer has a 3, and he hits it right back. After having a whole 2 quarters without a 3-pointer, you see 1 on each possession. As the Irish retake the lead now with 6 minutes left. Stanley now looking to get high. I really expect him to be taking a lot of the load as he hits it right back in the battle of the 12s. As Dowdle picks up Tayshawn Comer, now allowed him to get a quick transition play here. Now he squares up right on top of the key, off the back of the iron, but Tibbs gets a quick rebound. Grant Hogg thinks about it, but takes it, dribbles in. E.J. Ray able to stop him. Now we have Tayshawn Comer back, and the crowd is getting into it now. Tayshawn Comer takes it inside, makes a great step there, but just off too strong as Black's going to be taking it down the other way. Finds Stanley, who's able to save the ball in the corner off the behind the back pass. And a little miscommunication as Ray gets an easy layup. And there'll be a timeout now as Warren takes a 2-point lead here. And real high energy few minutes there by both squads as the game really tenses up here with 5 minutes left.
Yeah, the Irish really needed that play there. They really needed to protect the basket because as they were driving in there was just no one back helping out. There was aggressive man-to-man defense, and they just need to stay on the ball and be able to help each other.
Yeah, the Irish have been that man-to-man for the last 3 quarters, and it's been fairly successful, but at times they just lost track of them. That's the first time we see something like that tonight.
But you're right, Stanley. You can tell right now, Stanley's kind of taking him on his shoulders, and he's taking control. He's handling the ball. He's looking for the shot. He's taking his time. So he's kind of their go-to. So I'm sure that's what Coach Delaney's saying right now. He's probably saying, "Hey, we got to be able to stop some of these guys that are starting to take over here in the fourth quarter."
Yeah, you definitely can tell. They don't really have a whole lot of talent in the outside shooting. I saw Black hit one earlier. I saw E.J. Ray hit one. But Stanley seems to be the only one making the consistent plays inside and outside. So I really think they'll be starting to move the ball through him, whether it be him taking the ball up or getting some plays for himself. I mean, it's really been big for him. This is a big quarter for him, as well as Tayshawn Comer on the Irish's side. Really seems like he's going to start taking control as well. As we haven't really seen a whole lot of offensive production out of anyone else besides him either. The Irish still should be looking to draw some fouls. I mean, getting penetration and getting people like Pete Mo or Jerron Tibbs getting some free throw shots. As Tayshawn Comer makes a good touch of the ball, as Dowdle tries to take it on here. Dowdle, not quite as productive in the offense, a little short guy, but he's been able to play pretty tough defense on Comer there, really getting the brunt of the assignment. As Tibbs, just unable to get it, but Mo, the height. Ray's able to recover that rebound after Mo had a shot at it. A lot of offensive rebounds by Mo, as Humphrey tries to set the pick and get the mismatch where Stanley finds Ray in the corner, gets double teamed. A little inaccurate pass makes Black have to reset it. As Dowdle's going to take to the rack, finds Stanley, who's going to try to dribble it in now. Lose control, but he was dribbling it still, so that's no travel. Dowdle, that's a travel. Dowdle was just swamped there. Bad spacing by Warren. As you see, three players right in that corner there, and they were just kind of passing around and just allowed those Cathedral defenders to kind of just collapse on them. As now Jalen Johnson gets the ball on offense as they're going the other way. The Irish now down 2 as with 4 minutes left in this game. As Togg tries to make a move on E.J. Ray. Goes baseline. That's Tayshawn Comer. Goes baseline. Finds Togg. Squares up. Shoots it. Just off the back iron, but Togg's able to get his own rebound. As that's been a theme in a lot of offensive rebounds. Mo takes it in. Misses. And a great play there by Humphrey using his body. As Black's going to try to take it up on and a tip in by E.J. Ray as he tries to stop the inbound pass there. Big play there to get hustle down the floor and make that tip in.
And a big run by the Warriors. They're up 4, so we got to get a bucket for the Irish here.
As he gets Grant Togg gets a step there and is able to get 2 shots here at the line now as E.J. Ray picks his foul up. That's really the biggest run we've seen tonight. We haven't really seen a whole lot of big, whole lot of action when it comes to scoring on flip-flop. I mean, we got to 50. This quarter's been a lot higher scoring than the past ones have, but definitely. I mean, it's a momentum shift in this tight game. As Togg, this really will help the Irish slow it down. As Tressler comes back in with 4 fouls, as Togg's going to look to take his second. The Irish really got a little bit tougher time on this defensive side. Both offenses really kind of opened up. We were in the mid-30s earlier in that third quarter. We're scratching. We might be getting 55, 58, 60 points now. As Togg misses the second one, which is going to cost Irish in the long run in this close game. Comer takes on Stanley. As Stanley's really just feeling himself. Loses track of it, and they call a timeout there to stop the trap there by Comer and Trusted. I'd like to remind you all again that I am Jake Langdon alongside Mr. Dave Warland, our special guest tonight on CHS Live here in the Welch Activity Center on this Friday the 13th. I'd like to thank everyone for tuning in and watching as we have a real nail-biter here tonight as the Irish look to prevail to pick up their 3rd win of the season in this young Indiana basketball season. Mr. Warland, I'd just like to ask you, just tell me a little bit about your basketball background and just a little bit of how you made an impact in Indiana.
Well, I've always loved basketball. That's kind of one of the sports when I was even younger in high school. Played a lot of basketball, but then I loved to coach. I was coaching right out of out of high school. When I was a student at Purdue University, I was doing a lot of coaching, stayed with it for a number of years, and I missed the coaching a little bit, but I love watching it, and I love working with you tonight, just talking about the game.
I appreciate that. Yeah, I just love the culture that Indiana basketball has. I mean, obviously at Cathedral, we're a little bit more. We have a lot of different sports, and basketball isn't necessarily our biggest sport here. But all across Indiana, you just see a love, just a passion for basketball, and just coming from this stage, it's really fun to see this kind of competition on this Friday night as Comfort gets the inbound pass there quickly. Now Stanley's got the ball. You can tell it's just a battle between the 12s here as Dowdles drives it in, and he's going to get a clean look at the rim as fumbling for the ball, and Tog comes up with it. As good contention, you see Comer came all the way from guarding Stanley all the way down and contested that shot by Dowdle to make it tough on him, forcing this. As Jalen Johnson's going to try to take it to the inside, gets a decent shot up on the fadeaway, but Togg's able to get the second chance, he puts it in, and now the Irish only are down by 1 point as Stanley tries to take it up real quick. A little out of control here as he dives for the ball, and Johnson gets it. Stanley was a little frustrated as he gets up. Comer now taking the ball. He's on Dowdle, and then Trussler, that's a travel. Trussler got a little anxious there, thought he had a shot, and then tried to take it baseline, and just lost it there. That's a costly turnover. 2:47 left.
Irish are really scrappy on the defense, and it's taking Warren out of their offense a little bit here. They're really going after the ball, double teaming, rotating around. So this is about the best defense they're playing, in which now's where they got to come through.
You can tell that this is kind of like a modified starting lineup for the Irish, with Tibbs in it rather than Pete Moe. Like I said, it's all about the speed here tonight, and that's really what they decided to do. It's Comer. Comer's down on the floor, and just misses it. And Tibbs just hustled it there, and that'll be out after a great play there by defensive play by Trussler as he hustles down. Stanley out of control again, and that's the second time in a row he's just been out of there. Just a turnover as a charge there as they get Comer for pushing off with the elbow, using the forearm, and Comer was just really getting going. You see Stanley down here is a little frustrated, and Garrett Winterberry, the head coach, is having a talking to him, but they can't take him off right now as he's had a big impact for them. We have EJ Ray inbounding now for Black, who makes it all the way down the floor. Comer tries to help out there. They're leaving. Now Comer takes on Black with 2 minutes left. The Irish are down by 1 point here as Black dishes it out to Michael Clark. Haven't heard that in a while. EJ Ray, quick shot off the cut right down the middle, and a good offensive play there by Warren. A good possession as the Irish now trail by 3 here. The Irish are probably looking for some inspiration from one of these dudes. It's Grant Togg. Just off. He had a clean look at it there. Decided to use the glass and unable to make it as Upshaw's coming down the floor. Athletic play. Too strong. Ray's going to get it, but that's a foul by Tibbs. He got over the top of him. And that's frustrating for Tibbs there because he had decent positioning. He got anxious and let his arms fall over him. And that'll be 2 shots here for Ray. Big 2 shots here. The Irish trail by 3 here. So this will be it. Ray can make it a 2-possession game as he sinks the first one, making it a 4-point game. As Dowler's going to come back in to guard Tayshaun most likely. He's coming in for Upshaw. Upshaw's playing the defense tonight. He's limping off a little bit, so hopefully he's all right. The second of 2 shots here for number 11, Jay Ray. Squares up, right down the middle. That'll be a 5-point lead for Warren Central. As the Irish dwindling hope here, they have to make something out of this possession, or else they're going to be in trouble. As Dowdle's on, and that'll be a 2 shots there. As Tayshaun Comer really takes advantage of the tight defense and some heads-up play by him, but unable to get 3 free throws. Pull up 2 shots here. The Irish trying to shrink this lead to 3. You kind of see an offense-defense thing. I think they'd rather have Upshaw being on offense than Dowder, so that's really what they're putting in. Big miss there by Comer. That'll disallow the Irish from making this a one-possession game as he's up for his second man. The first second shot there for Comer and off the back iron, but able to get an offensive rebound. Trussell with a quick 3. Oh, no good. And over the back call, that's going to go in the other way. And I think that'll be 1-1 for Warren. Those are 2 big misses there by Comer after a strong second half. That really hurt the Irish. Just now that if a few more free throws here, that'll put the Irish down by 2 or 3 possessions.
Yeah, this is the biggest lead for Warren right now. I mean, we talked earlier, Jake, that the Irish are going to need to hit the free throws down the stretch, and they're not doing it now. And that's why the Irish are coming back with a deficit of 5 and looking to maybe more here.
Yeah, like I said earlier, the real thing that's been hurting the Irish is they just allowed this game to get too high scoring, just a lot more plays. And like earlier, when they were holding in the 30s, Irish were able to get a few points, but they don't quite have the offensive abilities that this Warren team has. So that's really what's hurt them. They haven't been able to keep up. As Upshaw's here for his second shot. The Irish now are down 8 points. Here, 7 points, with a minute left to go. They still have some life in them. Comer looks to pass the ball off, and a bad turnover there, miscommunication with the freshman, but a miss, and E.J. Ray's able to get it in. As the Irish need to force it down real quick, they need some quick points. As Tibbs dishes off to Comer, Comer's going to work it, and they're calling 3 shots there. That'll give him some life. Comer's going to have 3 shots here at the line. Warren's also done a really good job tonight. After picking up so many fouls in that first half, or the third quarter, excuse me, they've really prevented themselves. They've really played more disciplined ball in this fourth quarter, not allowing the Irish to get very much out of that double bonus.
Yeah, they didn't have any fouls that were like overly aggressive. They weren't reaching. They weren't kind of stepping around on the defense and causing a lot of pressure. They just played good, smart defense, just kind of staying in front of their players.
And that was the biggest change in the third and fourth quarter for the Warriors, and it really hurt Station on his first. It really hurt the Irish because they were making a lot of their money from the free throw line. Station now for the second of 3 free throws as it's the Irish now trail 7 points with 43 seconds left. Still a little hope for the Irish. A few missed free throws and a 3-pointer by one of these Irish players can really just shrink this lead. So I wouldn't count him out of it at all yet. As Tayshaun hits all 3, as they find Michael Clark as he works at the Stanley. He's been kind of a spark for Warren in this fourth quarter as they look to double team him. But they're able to get out of it. And Upshot, they're just trying to pull the ball, because there's no shot clock in high school ball. Is a bad turnover there. Tayshaun tries to take a 3, unable to make it, and they call a foul. That'll be 2 shots there for the Irish with 21 seconds left. And just a good play there. The heads up on the trap, and Warren just tried to get a little too much time out of it and not going to the hoop. They had some opportunities there. And now Tibbs at the line, the freshman.
Yeah, the Irish are playing aggressive down there, and that's what they have to do. They have to be going after the ball. They're down 6 points, hopefully down less here, 5. Cut it to 4 with 21 seconds. They still have to either get a steal or stop the clock within 5-6 seconds.
Really, just can't allow any points out of them. They're most likely just going to have to foul here. They were just playing that press to hopefully get a little bit more out of that without fouling. I believe this next foul, Coach Lane's going to want to talk to them about it here, what their plan is, if they're going to trap or foul. I wouldn't be If I were him, I'd probably go for the fouls here. I mean, you're going to get a double bonus here after this next foul. But Warren hasn't been in the free throw line a whole lot in this fourth quarter, and it's going to come down to you're just going to have to leave it on these guys here, the Warriors, to finish this game off.
Yeah, the Irish can just be super aggressive, and if they go after the ball, you never know. They might knock it loose. They might be able to get a good call a jump ball or something. No real overly aggressive fouls, but they either got to get a foul within 4 or 5 seconds or get a quick steal.
Yeah, I'm a fan of denying the ball really aggressively. Like Warren's been doing all that, but do it. If I'm the Irish, I'm really trying to deny the ball at the inbound pass and just not let them get a quick inbound pass and force a bad pass out of them. But then if they force it in the corners and get a trap in, but if not, if they break through, that's when you foul. So that's what you've got to try to bait this team into these corners. It's like that classic 2-2-1 press, or the 1-2-2 press, where you just force the guys in the corner. It looks like they'll be coming out in a man press, which is typical of both teams tonight.
Yeah, I would probably trap the ball. As soon as they throw it inbounds, they'll probably trap.
As Black gets the ball there, they're going to have to foul him with 17 seconds left. So a little too much time running off the clock. They're going to foul there. Not what the Irish want to see. 8 seconds going off the clock is big. They kind of lost track of Black there, so he just found a soft spot in the defense and just ran right down the field. He's been quick all night, just running right down. As Stanley and off the front of the rim and in. That'll extend the lead to 5 now for the Warren Warriors. As he goes for a second here to make this a 6-point lead. And he's good. That'll about put it out of reach here as Homer loses the ball. And the fans get a little rowdy here, but it'll be a little too late here for the Irish as with 0.2 seconds left. That'll be about it. But a real valiant effort by the Irish tonight. A little undermanned, a little just not quite as aggressive, but props to this Warren team. Their fans really showed out tonight for just a quality game, and I expect to see a lot out of these teams as it goes on the season. It's just kind of an early season preview. The games don't necessarily mean anything to the tournament, so this is just a really good practice for these teams.
The Warren did a really good job because the Irish pretty much ran control, had the lead most of the first half. Into the third quarter, the Irish still up in the third quarter, but Warren this fourth quarter, they've been able to do a couple things on offense that they weren't doing in the first half, and a lot is setting picks, getting people open, and then taking it to the basket. And they had a couple assists as they took it to the hole, which is keeping the Irish on their feet.
Yeah, in a tough game like this where there's not a whole lot of high scoring and runs and stuff, it really just comes down to the simple things: free throws, fouls, and defense. I mean, in the fourth quarter, I think Warren won all of those. They prevented themselves from getting too many careless fouls, unlike the third quarter. They were playing good defense, and then they played. They were just well-rounded and disciplined. They were just really disciplined, and they hit their free throws and they finished this game out. It's the Irish fall 55-60 here in the Welch Activity Center. A close game here, a really valiant effort by this younger Irish team, and we expect to see a lot of it the rest of the year.
Well, there's a lot of guys for the Irish that didn't play a lot last year that are out on the floor, so they're going to get used to playing varsity basketball against really quality opponents like Warren. Warren's got a lot of confidence, and you can see they've got a lot of athleticism as well.
The next game, the Cathedral Fighting Irish will have is next Saturday, at Arsenal Tech, as Warren looks to face off against Ben Davis next Friday in a real rivalry game, kind of cross-city rivalry. I'd like to thank everyone for tuning in here, as that'll be it. The Irish fall to the Warren Central Warriors 55-60. I'm Jake Langdon alongside Mr. Dave Warland, and thank you guys for tuning in to CHS Live.